Hey, welcome back to the Office Corner. I'm here with two lovely ladies who I've not only interviewed before, but for their individual projects, but they have started a magazine, which we're going to talk about here in just a minute. But welcome Nicole Bradley and Dominique Watson. How you ladies doing today?
Good, good.
Doing amazing. How are you?
I'm doing great. I can't complain. I like to say I'm very happy to have you. People at home, I was a little late. Thank you for staying and and everything. I had a little plumbing problem, but I'm here now. So here we are. Why don't we get started? So before we get into the magazine, why don't you guys introduce yourselves and talk about your individual projects first?
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, you could go, Dominique.
okay. So I'm Dominique L. Watson, published author of 24 books. I just released my latest book, The Married Mistress, last week, Tuesday, I believe. I am a literary mentor. I own my own company, Diamond Empress Publications. And one of my books is getting ready to turn into a TV series. Envious was released last year in October, and so we are getting ready to start filming, and the show will be coming out next year.
Ooh.
Awesome.
Get in that here in just a minute. Go ahead. All
I
right,
am
Nicole. Oh, I'm so
I am
good.
Nicole Jazara Bradley. I write under the pen name Jazara. Um, I am just having a amazing time with writing and re-releasing some publications. So this year I re-released my book Chaotic Bliss. And this will be my 22nd year in the writing industry. So, my first book that I ever wrote turns 22 in November. So,
Yay!
yeah. So, I'm excited.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. And my favorite characters, Malachi and Nairi, they actually turned 17 this year. They've been in the world for 17 years, but they're older than 17. But I
Oh,
am so grateful for all the love that they get. And HD, thank you for having us on tonight.
yeah.
Oh, it
Hmm.
is no problem. Thank you guys for coming on. So, before we get into the magazine, I wanted to I want to talk to you guys about a couple of individual things first. Nicole, we'll come back to you just first. Tell me about your latest re-release.
Chaotic Bliss. Oh my
Hmm.
gosh. So, Chaotic Bliss came out, I believe, 2011. And I decided to, well, actually, it's part of a series, My Love Won't Last Forever. And so Dominique is my literary mentor. And so we did book three in 2017, which was his wife. And so the first two books, I felt like HD, they needed a little something more, a little more. And so at the end of 2024, I redid the first book in the series, which is called Matrimony. And then that middle book was out there just hanging without any revision or anything. And I said, nah, you can't do Chaotic Bliss like that. You gotta redo Chaotic Bliss too. So Chaotic Bliss came out and was released in May, right around Mother's Day. And what I really love about Chaotic Bliss in that series is it's more like a soap opera. So I always wanted to do a soap opera. So this is a soap opera in a novel. And it's just got a lot of chaos in it. And it was just really fun to do. And my characters, Malachi and Nairi, are back with some other characters from my hometown, Gary, Indiana. And it was just Chaotic Bliss has always been my really fun breaking all the rules book in that series, and it's definitely breaking all the rules again as the middle. It's the middle child.
Yeah.
I'm
Yes.
loving that.
very excited about it.
And Miss Dominique, about your latest project?
The latest book that I released was The Married Mistress. It came out on the 16th of September. And it is just basically about a woman who thinks she's found the man of her dreams, but she is married to a complete fraud. He's living a life that she could not have even imagined. And at some point in the book, she goes looking for things and it lands her in a world of trouble. So when you think of The Married Mistress, you think of a woman who knows you're the mistress. Complete mystery. The end of the book is a shocker. It is a psychological thriller that will truly make you think, and you'll be like, what in the heck did I just read? Let me put this down and come back to what she just said. So it's a page turner.
Yeah, I love that. Now, combined, how long have both of you guys been writing?
Oh gosh, I released my first book in 2005, but I've been writing since high school, elementary school.
And I released my first book in 2003. And HD, I am not getting ready to tell your listeners how old I am. So, but I have been writing since 9 years old. So it's been some decades.
Yeah.
You know, I've been telling my viewers like for years, like I've known these two ladies for years. And I'm not gonna tell anybody's ages, but we've all been down since the early 2000s. So I'll just say there's a lot of years in writing among this little section here. So I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Yep, that's right.
Now, you two have started a new venture that I became very interested in. And I'm thinking about throwing my hat in, but I'm thinking about it. But tell us about what your venture is.
So I decided, got the bright idea that I wanted to start a literary magazine. Now, I've published magazines before in the past, but this time I wanted to do things a little differently, and it is called the Author's Lens. So we are promoting independent artists. So anybody who's independent in their industry, whether you are self-published author, musician, you do films, independently, anybody who's independent in their industry, because I feel like those who are independent are overlooked and underrated. And I feel like we need to bring attention to them and their events and all of the different things that they have going on. So that was the vision behind the Author's Lens.
Okay, not a problem. Well, you guys got it together. And so, when did it debut? When does it debut?
We're looking for January 2026, definitely at the top of the year, though. I mean, if we have to shift some things, that's okay, but definitely at the top of 2026.
That's not a problem. And what exactly are you looking for?
We're looking for writers who have experience in particular industries. So like a writer who has experience in the film industry, or a writer who has experience in business or marketing. Somebody that, if you're going to write on a topic, you've got to have the experience behind it. You got to know what you're talking about. Now, we don't want to just fill the magazine up with authors. We want all types of independent artists. I mean, you could draw. It doesn't matter what it is. If if you're a small business owner, whatever you are doing and you're independent, you are not attached to a chain or a contract. We want to support you. That's basically what the magazine is about.
And I know Dominique and I were talking recently. We are also very excited to hear from some independent music artists as well.
Mm-hmm.
I know she said independent, but yeah, I mean, it's not just writers. We really want to be clear on that we're not just limited to writers. Of course, with our background, we do have a special affinity for writers, of course, right. But independent artists, and I really want to hear some new music, something I haven't heard before. Yep. I got this nice stereo system in my car, and I would just really love to bump something different.
Right, yeah.
I will keep that in mind. I know a few independent artists. I will definitely keep that in mind for that.
Okay,
So
And
I'll
then
good.
definitely let you
before
know.
you move on too fast, we do want you to come hang out with us in the magazine as well.
Oh,
Hmm.
well, I definitely want to put my hat in. I'm nervous, but I want to put my hat in for real.
I'm gonna hold
So,
you to that.
oh, that's not a problem at all. So, how does a person get into the magazine? Well, what's the criteria for being published in your magazine?
So you'll just want to go to the website, which is www.theauthorslens.com, and then just go to contact, and the information is there. You can also go to join our team, and the information is there, and you'll just submit. And once you submit, then we'll get you scheduled for an interview between me and Nicole. And, we're not necessarily turning people down. If you've got the experience, we want you on the team. You know,
Definitely.
there's not anyone we're really turning down, but we more so want writers to come in and tell us what they can bring to the magazine, what they want to write about, what they want to focus on, what genre they love. And we kind of just form that column based on what they love to do. And we kind of go from there.
And we're
Okay.
also looking for commitment. So,
Yes.
we definitely don't want somebody to be around for just, one segment. We are looking for commitment because
Mhm.
this is near and dear to us, and it's fun, but it's serious. And so we're
Exactly.
looking for serious and committed individuals who want to have fun as well.
Right. Right. Yep.
Well, I love the fact that you're taking all genres, not just writers. You're taking art, you're taking music artists, you're taking, all types of people and get it. And my question is, and this is actually towards Dominique. I actually have other friends that are also filmmakers. Can they actually contribute to the magazine as well?
Absolutely. If they want to, whether it's advertising something they have going on, or if they are writers themselves, if they have knowledge in the industry and they just want to submit articles about what they know about the industry, absolutely. Absolutely. Bring them on.
Oh, see, I love this. I love this. I love this. So, my next question is, with everything going on, are there any I always hate this question, but I always have to ask it. Are there any blocks? Are there anything blocking the launch of the magazine? Is there anything negative going on?
No.
No.
Perfect,
Mm-mm,
perfect.
mm-mm.
I'm glad that. See, you got the first person that says no. I love it. 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 So,
I mean, it's a challenge, it's definitely a challenge. It's a new business venture. Anything that you're starting and trying to get off the ground, it's going to be a little tough. You're going to have your hiccups or whatnot, but you know, God is in the mix of everything. We're going to be fine.
hey,
Absolutely.
hey,
Yeah.
you had me a guide. I got you. I definitely got you. So, what do you each individually want from the magazine?
Nicole, I'll let you go first.
Okay. Um, you know, I know, yeah, I think we're all at the same kind of age range. Remember how we used to be so excited for the release of Jet or Ebony magazine?
Mhm. Yeah.
I wanted this magazine to have that same feel for individuals to say, man, what's the next author's lens going to look like? I just put this down. I can't wait for the next one. I want that type of excitement. I want independent artists to say, when they start thinking about their marketing plan and who they want to reach and who they want to be interviewed by, I want them to think, hey, I definitely got to be in the author's lens. I want our publication to be such where people are like, that's their credit card. I was in the author's lens. And that, you have to say nothing else. That right there says what it says.
Yeah,
So
I agree. I'm on board with everything that you said. I want, independent artists to be excited, and I want to be included. I want the magazine to be included in their marketing plan. I want people to be excited about it. And I really want a place for independent artists to feel free, to be able to truly express themselves and have a place that they know they are truly supported.
Yes.
Well, here's why I say it's going to do well. This is not a prediction. This is basically what I know. You two ladies are very hardworking ladies. You no nonsense, no playing. You guys, when that's how I know this is going to do well, because there's two hardworking ladies at the helm. But I'm just going to say this: within a year from now, when all this is successful, when all this is said and done, what do you think you guys will do next?
What will we do next after all of the? Oh my goodness.
It's going to be successful, so I'm not worried about that part.
You mean individually or just the magazine itself?
Individually or the magazine, because what do you see for the future of both individually and the magazine?
Well, I will most likely be on season 2 or season 3 of my TV series. I will have a few scripts under my belt that are getting ready to get into production, probably more books. I say that iffy because I'm getting into script writing and I don't know how much longer I'm going to produce actual books. And the magazine will be in stores. That is my goal.
Perfect. Yeah. And Nicole?
Well, I know Dominique is going to be into script writing and producing, and so elbow, I'm giving her elbow virtually, let's get matrimony going and chaotic bliss going into some scripts and episodes. And so my daughter Hallie gave me this screenwriting Bible last year, so I may have to dust that off. I definitely see the author's lens as well, being in stores and us doing podcasts and things of that nature as well. And I'm an educator, so I see myself doing more educational consultations and going out to school districts and helping school districts with managing behaviors and things like that. So Dominique and I are probably going to be very busy, and people will probably see us in the airport quite a bit.
That part.
Well, now I'm going to ask you this because I'm basically on your team as far as either both in the magazine and pushing the magazine. So we're good there. But what can the average artist do to help push your magazine?
Word of mouth is the greatest type of marketing that anyone can do. I mean, if you see it, tell somebody about it. If you know that somebody might be interested, tell them about it. And if it's something that you want to read, buy a copy.
Now, and see here's my biggest thing because Nicole, well, you actually both hit on it a minute ago. We don't have Ebony, we don't have Jet. We we have literary magazines, but not for us. We have
Exactly.
magazines for artists, but not for us, and that would mean a lot. What does that mean for you guys?
I think just what you said for us. I remember when I first started writing and I was in high school and submitting stories to magazines, and there was not a lot. Dominique and I were talking about this recently. There were not a lot of African American writers who were writing fiction that I wanted to read when I was coming up. You had your greats, of course, but your classical, you think of Richard Wright and Zora Neale Hurston, but just writing something that me, a 17-year-old girl, could relate to at 17. There wasn't a lot of that. And so I remember submitting stories to magazines, and I kept thinking, why are my stories not getting accepted? Because I knew I could write. And so I didn't realize that I was submitting to places that could not identify with what I was writing. And so I remember people telling me, well, if you're going to submit to that publication, maybe your character should look like that audience. And I was like, but that's not what I want to do.
I don't look like the audience.
I want to be able to stay true to me and what I want to write and my audience. And so I believe the author's lens is just that for our independent artists. It allows them to be who they are, embrace them where they're at, and they don't have to change up to be accepted.
Yeah, they will never lose their voice in the author's lens. I mean, you hit it on the head. Everything that you said, I agree with. They won't lose their voice. And like I said, it gives them a place for them to be themselves, because I do feel like, yes, we are overlooked and underrated. I mean, there are some great independent artists who are doing it on their own and trying to get people to see what it is that they're doing, but it's hard when you wear so many different hats. And so I think it's going to be a great place for artists like that, and they won't lose their voice.
Well, as an author, I just want to say this. We don't do enough building our own. We're so busy worried about other people. We're never building our own. I love to see the fact I got two sisters here building their own to help us.
Yeah.
We always talk about building the table, but no one's actually building the table. You guys are actually building a table.
Right. We're trying to, yeah.
And here's the whole thing. The joke is, what do you contribute to the table? Well, we're going to contribute to that table. We're all going to contribute something to that table.
Yeah.
So, how about young people, young writers? Are we going to open the forum up? Is this going to be open up for? I guess I'll say, let's just say I'm a young writer. I mean, like, Nicole, when you were saying you was contributing to magazines when you were younger, how do you feel about that, opening it up to the younger generation?
Yep. We don't have an age limit at all. We can always come up with a segment that is, geared to the younger age. We're not strict on what we want in the magazine, but we are strict on the vision. So like I recently had someone submit for, they said they wanted to do a poetry contribution to the magazine. And we don't necessarily have a column, but we are going to spotlight poets. as that person came to me, it gave me the idea that I was like, oh yeah, we need to include that too. And so I came up with a segment that we will do in the magazine for that. So I'm open to any and everything that has to do with independent artists. I don't care who it is or what it is. If you are independent, we want you a part of the magazine. We want to support you.
I'm loving this. I'm loving this. I'm loving this. So this is a part of the show where I usually give each of you the final word. And Dominique, I'm going to have you start.
Final word.
Mm-hmm.
My advice. Is that what you're looking for? My advice, tips, and
It can be advice, shout outs, whatever you want to say. Oh, one more thing. I'm sorry. Let's see. All right. Where will your magazines be available? So I have one more question for that. Where will your magazine be available?
we are working on that. It will be a physical copy and you will be able to download it, but we are working on the distribution of everything right now.
Perfect, perfect.
But you'll be able to buy it off our website though.
Perfect, 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 perfect. And do each of you individually have websites right now?
Yeah, I have DominiqueLWatson.com. That is my website as an author. I have Diamond Empress Publications. .com, and that is my website for my literary agency for mentoring as well as publishing. And then we have the authorslens.com.
Perfect, perfect. Nicole?
And I have for my candle business, www.NicoleBradleyCandles.com.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. Do you guys live close to each other or no?
Sort of now. We didn't always. I'm in Georgia. She's in Florida.
Yeah.
You guys aren't close, but you are close. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Cool, cool, cool. So now I'm going to give you the final word. Yeah, basically, final words. You give shout outs, advice, whatever you want to give. The floor is yours.
Oh man, shout outs. Well, I definitely want to shout out my production team for the Envious TV series. My right hand, which is my producer, Dominique Anderson. I absolutely love her to pieces. She is working super hard behind the scenes to get the TV series where it needs to be. My director, Leslie Welch, also, I love her to pieces. So Envious TV series is coming 2026. We're getting ready to start filming. Get ready because it's about to be #1 everywhere. If you have not read the book, you need to get it. Envious is on my website, Dominique L. Watson. Because listen, this is not something you want to miss. You hear me? If you don't get with me, you listen, you missing out. Because this is about to be it. If you don't get with me now, you ain't gonna have no access to me, okay? Get into it.
I heard that. I was gonna stick with you like glue. I got you. And Nicole?
Just would like to shout out my family and thank them for all their support and thank my friends for their support. And my final word is if there's something that you've been wanting to do, just go for it. A lot of times we overthink things and hold our own selves back. So whatever it is that you've been wanting to do, just go and do it. It's not going to be perfect. Nothing ever is perfect. So don't let that be your excuse. Just get out there and get to doing.
Perfect, perfect.